hallway to the last shot. That was heard before the week.
I used to have it written down.
Yeah, I mean...
Because they talk about it.
Yeah,
they were standing
extraordinary.
inside
I mean, the length of time is just crazy. All right, we'll come back. We still have plenty to cover, obviously. Let's check in with Jennifer Jones-Lee live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom.
The Biden administration reportedly is barring the leaders of Cuba, Nicaragua, and Venezuela from the Summit of the Americas that starts today in L.A. U.S. officials reportedly decided to ban the three over concerns on human rights and lack of democracy. At least a dozen people were killed after another weekend of mass shootings we were just talking about across the U.S., and so the number actually surpassed Memorial Day. Remember, that's when 9 people were killed in mass shootings then. And today marks the 78th anniversary of D-Day. World War II veterans are there, joined by thousands of visitors at the cemetery Handel was talking about, the American Cemetery in Normandy. From the Driveway.com Weather Center, we've got a sunny, warm day ahead with highs from the low 70s at the beaches to the upper 80s inland. This report is brought to you by Stanley Pest Control. From the Southern California Toyota Dealers Traffic Center, let's go places like the 10.
It's been a mess all morning so far, and that is still the case for on the eastbound side of Via Verde in Covina. It's a crash that has the 3 right lanes shut down. That's why your driver is especially heavy on the eastbound side of the 10 this morning. From as far back as Grand, westbound 10 unrelated but heavy for your drive coming away from Azusa Avenue, heading toward the 605, delays again through Rosemead and Alhambra as you make way toward the 710. Westbound side of the 210, it's still problems for you happening for the drive near Citrus. Even though lanes are clear, everything off to the right shoulder, crash out of the left lane, still heavy for you off the 57. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Nick Poliokini.
A friend asked me this weekend, what's OpenDoor.com all about? And I said, it is the easiest way for you to sell your house. And he said, well, explain it to me. And I said, here's the deal. Say that you get a job offer across the country, and your new boss tells you that, hey, I need you here starting, let's just say in a month even. Can you imagine trying to pack up your house? You're moving. Oh, and by the way, you have to sell your house? Go to OpenDoor.com. It's so easy. Just put in your address, give a little information, bedrooms, bathrooms, that kind of thing. And then what Open Door does is it looks at the homes that have sold recently and in the neighborhood, so it looks at the comps, and then it comes back with a real competitive offer in minutes. And I explained, I knew this because I went through the process. I wanted to make sure that it really was as fast and easy as they said, and sure enough, it absolutely was. Plus, you get to sell your house with without all the hassles of the listings and the showings. Nobody's tromping through your house. You're not going to have to do the repairs yourself or anything like that. So sell your home in a way that it is easy and fast, and you get to decide when you close. Get your free offer on your home today at opendoor.com/KFI. Offer eligibility varies. Open Door is represented by Open Door Brokerage Inc., license number 020611130 in California, and Open Door Brokerage LLC in its other markets. Get a free offer on your house today at opendoor.com/KFI.
Don't let ants ruin your picnic or ruin all your food. Stanley Pest Control can provide you a green approach to solve all your ant issues. Get help today. For a free inspection, visit StanleyPest.com. That's StanleyPest.com.
This report is sponsored by Southern California Edison. At Southern California Edison, they're installing insulated power lines and using the latest technology to help keep our communities safe from wildfire. Learn more at sce.com/mitigation. Anthem Blue Cross and the LA Sparks have teamed up to increase access to healthy food in a Los Angeles food desert. Visit anthem.com/ca/sparks to learn more about their new student-run produce garden for families in South LA. Anthem Blue Cross is the trade name of Blue Cross of California.
Want to sell your valuable coins, high-end jewelry, collectibles, or fine art for more? Here's someone who will tell you why you should call Tangible Investments.
Hi, my name is Allie Eastburn, and I'm the founder of With This Ring.
With This Ring is Allie's charity.
About 11 years ago, I realized that the ring on my finger could literally save an entire village in Africa. So I donated that ring, and now we have rings coming in to our organization from women and men all over the world.
So who buys Allie's donated rings?
Tangible Investments. Our ring donors send our rings directly to Tangible Investments, and they give us more money for those rings than anyone else ever has.
With Sill's help, Allie is changing the world.
It helps us do what we do best, which is drilling clean water wells in Liberia, Africa.
Tangible Investments owner Syl D. Genova has become America's top dealer in coins, precious metals, jewelry, and fine art. Sill guarantees you'll get more.
Thanks so much, Sill and Tangible Investments, for all you've done for us.
Call now for a no-obligation free professional appraisal. 800-711-2800. 800-711-2800. 800-711-2800.
We've got your new AC, and we're ready to install it. Kenny anticipated those supply chain problems and built a bunch of new Gettle systems before the prices jumped up.
Buy a new Gettle today, and we'll install it tomorrow.
Gettle, G-O-E-T-T-L.
My name is Anthony Termino, and I approve this message.
Gavin Newsom has held public office for over 25 years. Do you feel safer? Do you like what's being taught in our public schools? Is this the California you want to hand over to your kids? Anthony Termino is not another politician. He's a businessman, father of 5, and grandson of an immigrant who fled communist Cuba to pursue the American dream. On June 7th, vote Anthony Termino for governor. This isn't about politics. It's about a better future for our kids. Paid for by Anthony Termino for Governor 2022.
Even if they grew up in your town, they have to make themselves a part of your community by managing a way to live. That's it. Otherwise, take a hike.
All these people have to make better decisions in life and go get jobs and take a shower and go get the treatment. Once you turn 18, it is your responsibility to make it in the world.
John and Ken,
You have to.
weekdays at 2 on KFI.
KFI AM 640. Bill Handel and the Morning Crew on a Monday, June 6th. We continue with Handel on the news, Jennifer, Wayne, and me.
Looks like we're going to have a runoff for mayor of Los Angeles because nobody's going to get 50% of the vote. The two leads are Karen Bass, who's just a little bit ahead of Rick Caruso. In recent polling, Bass has 38% support, Caruso 32%. And if you amortize that across how many hundreds of thousands of dollars spent per point of polling, Karen Bass is getting a bargain.
For sure.
Compared to what Caruso's been spending.
7 and 7:20 this morning, I'm going to do a story on each of them. Karen Bass, her successes, some failures. Rick Caruso, who, as you know, is a Democrat today. And we'll talk about that. He's sort of, let's just say he has an issue with being a Democrat, Republican, independent, back to Democrat, back to Republican. Yeah. Pro-choice, kind of sort of pro-choice, not pro-choice, pro-life, back to pro-choice. We haven't heard much about this now. You wait till they ramp up the general election, the campaign.
All right, Boris Johnson in the UK is facing a no-confidence vote today. And so this is all about, remember when he was holding those sort of COVID parties, I guess you could say, and he apologized for them and all of that. Well, now there'll be a no-confidence vote. It only takes a simple majority for him to survive, and as long as he gets that simple majority, that's it. They can't do it again. He can't face any more of these votes, and so it'd be one and done.
We'll see. The Brits British politicians are very quick to resign. You know, they jump on this stuff. They really do. Something's wrong. Yeah, I'll resign. You know, pressure to resign. Stop it already. So you had a COVID party, right? Wrong. I am sorry. I really blew it. I apologize. That's what he said. And you got to leave. Got to leave office. You think you get a no-confidence vote for political purposes. Now, not that I'm thrilled with what he did, but does anybody get a break? I don't know.
So Russia does not like the fact that the U.S. and other countries are increasing their military support of Ukraine, and in order to make it clear that they're unhappy with it, they sent some missiles into Kyiv. And it looks like that's part of a warning that if you keep giving Ukraine military equipment, we will start bombing and missiling things that we didn't even think of doing to before.
Yeah, Putin made it very clear. We are going to continue this invasion unimpeded. You will not get in the way of us going through and effectively destroying, well, not even effectively, destroying Ukraine. And these arms that are being sent, I think the Lavrov, foreign minister of Russia, said that we are adding fuel to the fire. We are at fault for the escalation of any war. So make sure you leave us alone as we kill civilians and destroy the infrastructure of Ukraine. You know, the scary part of it is this is going to disappear into a long war of attrition. Russia's probably going to come back as a world player because the price of fuel is so high, and Ukraine's going to suffer big time. I think that's going to happen. We just suck it up, and Putin's going to be a dictator for life. He will die as president of Russia, as long as he wants to be president. I mean, he's 70 right now?
He just changes the rules.
Yeah, constantly,
That's
every
what's
other day.
interesting about him, is he just goes, oh, my time's almost up, I give myself 8 more years.
Well, no, that's already happened when they changed the Constitution.
Right, but I'm just saying, I feel like he'll do that again.
He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to, unless he comes close. You're right. Let me retract. Unless he comes close to being in somewhat, kind of, maybe, sort of, a little bit in trouble with a vote, then he will be named president for life.
Yes. The lifetime appointment.
Yep.
All right, the U.S. Navy has ID'd that pilot who was killed when his fighter jet went down in the Mojave Desert. His name is Lieutenant Richard Bullock, and he went down in a remote area of San Bernardino County Friday afternoon, and he was just on a routine training mission at the time.
It happens, unfortunately.
Police have identified the man suspected of stabbing a bunch of folks inside Encino Hospital Medical Center. That happened Friday. They now say he's a 35-year-old guy. Went in there supposedly to get medical help for a car accident, but then stabbed 2 nurses and a doctor, barricaded himself inside a room. They had to evacuate the hospital. They had a SWAT team come in there. And they also say there's no evidence there ever was any car accident. So that throws into doubt even why he stepped foot on the premises in the first place.
Yeah, the self-inflicted wound, was that with a knife? Very few people try to commit suicide with a knife. I mean, that is something you don't see very often. The guy clearly out of his mind. I mean, I don't know, but I've been to that hospital. One of the times during my crazy stuff, and I was taken to the hospital, it was at Encino Hospital, because I happened to be near there at the time when a paramedics was called. I did a whole survey of paramedics all over Southern California. I just want to let you know, ask me which were the best ones out there. And I went to Encino Hospital. That was one of the places where I went. So when I take a look at this, well, whoa. Very good food, I must tell you, at Encino Hospital for hospital food.
Back Encino.
Very high-end food for a hospital.
All right, this next story is just gross and bizarre. So investigators end up at this apartment complex in Camarillo, and they had been called because somebody found human remains, in a dumpster. But when the cops got there, they couldn't even initially determine if the remains belonged to a human. Well, now it's been determined that the human remains found in a dumpster might have been that of this mom who apparently was allegedly killed by her son. He then allegedly dismembered her body and put it in a dumpster near the apartment the two of them shared. And actually, the cops are saying they actually need help.
Requesting anyone with videos or photographs from the incident to contact Detective Michael Marco.
So I guess they're trying to see, does anybody have any footage of him actually putting the body in the dumpster?
That's some serious mommy issues, doesn't it?
Wow.
Yeah, that's when that happens. When you reach the point where you're dismembering people after killing them, you sort of reach a new level, to say the least. By the way, they did identify her.
Oh, yeah, they did. I just mean when they got there initially, though, they said, we can't even see if these are human right now. All right, Doc Ansel. Doc Ansel was the guy on Tiger King who always wore sort of the Australian hat. He had the little white goatee and the long white ponytail. That was Doc. Anyway, he was arrested by the FBI and expected to appear in court today to face, federal money laundering charges. So this actually has nothing to do necessarily with the animals, because a lot of people initially went, oh my God, what do you do to the animals? But apparently today, they're expecting to formally announce the charges, and Ansel, though, has been accused of animal rights violations in the past. But
he also, he's got 2 felony counts of highway trafficking. A bunch of misdemeanors also in violation of the Endangered Species Act. So,
which is why people immediately thought, oh my God, the FBI is going after him because of what he does to animals. In this case, it's totally different.
Well, we'll come back. We'll do that dog story, unfortunately, the dog and cat story with Wayne. This is a tough one. That's still plenty more to go on Handle on the News this morning on June 6th. Let's check in with Jennifer Jones-Lee live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom.
West Hollywood has hosted its own Pride Parade for the first time during Pride Month. Thousands of spectators caught all the action yesterday. Sergio Rodriguez with the Asian Pacific AIDS Interventional Team says it's about a feeling of belonging.
Outside of, the outfits and the quirky personalities and what's seen, beneath it all, we all just want to be loved, cared for, seen, and heard.
Many parades around the country have returned this year after being canceled or curtailed last year due to the pandemic. 2 people have been hit by a car in Santa Ana. 1 person died at the scene last night. The other was taken to a hospital in critical condition. Police say the people were crossing the street when they were hit. It's not clear whether they were in a crosswalk. The driver of the car stopped and cooperated with cops. Beijing has relaxed its COVID-19 restrictions by allowing indoor dining. Restaurants and bars may have been restricted to takeout service since early May. China's capital city and Shanghai have gradually returned to normal in recent days after 2 months of lockdown. More than 50 people are feared, they think, have been killed when a shooter opened fire and set off explosives at a church in Nigeria. Authorities say the shooters targeted the St. Francis Catholic Church in Ondo State this morning, just as worshippers were gathering for their weekly mass. Iraqi sentenced a British citizen to 15 years in prison for trying to take artifacts out of the country. The sentence shocked the court in Baghdad, a German national on trial for the same charges as the British employer said he thought the worst-case scenario would be about a year with suspension. Iraqi customs said they also found about a dozen stone fragments, pieces of pottery or ceramics in the man's bags. We're going to look at your drive with the KFI in the sky and the sun in just a moment. But first, it's Sports with Wayne.
The Dodgers let the Mets take them into a 10th inning yesterday where J.D. Davis' RBI double gave the Mets a 5-4 win and a series split at Dodger Stadium wasn't good off today. The Angels suffered a walk-off 1-7 defeat at the hands of the Phillies. Now they're going to try to snap what is an 11-game losing streak when they host the Red Sox at 6:38 with no Syndergaard starting. And in NBA Finals action, the Golden State Warriors routed the Boston Celtics 107-88. Game 3 happening Wednesday in B-Town. I'm William Wilson at KFI Sports.
SoCal weather from KFI. It's going to be a warm day even at the beaches. We're going to see highs in the low 70s. We'll be in the mid to upper 70s for Metro LA and OC. The 80s for the mountains and the islands. Let's get a look at your drive. The KFI in the sky. Jeff Bog, good morning to you. What's up on the 405?
Tragic news, 2 people again have died just driving on the freeway. 405 going towards Carson or LAX. It's North 405 before Wilmington. And only right lane, maybe a correct lane. Bottom line, North 405 stopped now. It's not slowing, though. It's stopped all the way back to Lakewood.
I'm excited about the 2011 Acura RDX. The 2011 RDX delivers luxury and performance with a turbocharged engine and the available Super Handling's all-wheel drive that enhances cornering and maneuverability.
Each and every detail of the exterior expresses muscularity. Dynamic proportions are achieved thanks to stylish alloy wheels fitting perfectly inside the fenders.
The interior of this vehicle is nothing short of spectacular, treating occupant comfort with paramount concern. Acura prioritized handling and performance with features such as an automatic dimming rear-view mirror, rear-view camera, xenon high-intensity discharge headlights, Bluetooth enabled, and seat memory. The RDX key remote automatically activates your personalized seating and mirror settings when you open the driver's door.
Audio features include a CD player with MP3 capability and 13 speakers, ensuring optimum sound no matter where you're seated. Acura ensures the safety and security of its passengers with equipment such as dual front impact airbags, anti-whiplash front head restraints, and 4-wheel disc brakes with ABS. You'll see better when backing up, thanks to rear park assist. which watches out for obstacles behind your vehicle.
The 2011 Acura RDX. Ensuring composure no matter the driving circumstances.
Shucks!
If you've even thought about taking cash out of your home, there's only one number to call. 1-800-CASH-OUT. With Strong Home Mortgage, you'll have options. Pay off debt, renovate your home, or create a safety net for the unexpected. And you can keep your low-rate mortgage. We'll show you how. Call 1-800-CASH-OUT or visit 1-800-CASHOUT.com. 1-800-CASH-OUT. Your equity unleashed. Strong Home Mortgage LLC, NMLS number 1675638. Loans made or arranged pursuant to a California financing law license regulated by Kfi Am. Loan subject to qualification.
Hey, all, it's Steve Sharp. You're going to sell your home in 2022. Well, congratulations. That's a big deal. For most of us, it's the biggest deal of all. So let's make sure you get everything out of it that you can. Before you get ready to list, make sure you call the good folks at Revive. Revive's business is to maximize your home's sale value. How? By guiding you through market-critical upgrades before you sell. It's like flipping your own home, except Revive fronts the cost and guarantees the results. Yeah, you heard me right. No money out of pocket and a higher selling price guaranteed. You can list higher and sell faster in just a few short weeks. In fact, the average homeowner sees $160,000 in additional profit. This is a no-brainer. Revive has created an easy, stress-free way to maximize your greatest asset, your home. So are you thinking about selling? Well, you can settle or you can see what's possible. To get started, visit iloverevive.com. That's iloverevive.com.
Worn handcuffs lately? Call 1-800-NO-CUFFS, day or night. 1-800-NO-CUFFS. For official rules and more information about contests on this station, go to KFIAM640.com/rules. More stimulating talk. Monday morning, June 6th, 76 years ago, in Normandy, the beginning of the end of the Germans in Europe. All right, let's move on. More handle on the news, Jennifer, Wayne, and me. Hey, the Queen one-upped Tupac. Remember when Tupac appeared as a hologram at a concert? But he had already passed away. The Queen, still very much alive, appeared as a hologram during the Platinum Jubilee Parade, riding inside the 260-year-old golden carriage in which she had ridden to her coronation in 1956.
Today I finished half of my pizza. I get the leftover pizza for my mom and dad.
What?
I ate my half of my pizza.
Oh, you eat just half?
Yes.
How long time you warmed up? 5 minutes?
Yes. And I give my half to my mom and dad to eat.
Okay. Great. What else did you eat? You eat chips?
I didn't eat chips.
Oh. How many times today?
157.1.
Oh, you can do it?
Yes. Tomorrow, let me try.
CG character with the marmalade sandwich. Did you see that? Oh God! You have to put this up on YouTube, and he pulls out of a marmalade sandwich, and he's talking to the Queen. They're having tea. Little fox character, and camera then goes to her. She goes, "Well, I have a marmalade sandwich too," and then pulls it out of her purse. And she goes, "I use this I eat this at special occasions." You want to look at it. It is hilarious. You're not joking. No, I'm not. Okay. She actually has a tremendous sense of humor. It's for everybody that's ever talked about her privately, she is a hilarious woman. She just can't bring that out in public because of her sense of duty.
All right. Now we've got. How many times I feel like this happens once a year. You've got some lawmakers in California that are, again, trying to keep bars open until 4 a.m. This is State Senator Scott Wiener from San Francisco, who announced the bill that will be his third time on the subject, which would still allow the sale of alcohol from 2 until 4. He said for a long time we've had a one-size-fits-all rule that alcohol service should end at 2, but he said we know nightlife is incredibly important for our culture and economy.
Once you're open till 4, why would you then stay closed from 4 to 6?
Right, you're going to close for 2 hours, what, to clean up the place?
Well, you have to because they won't vote to be 24 hours. Why is this so important?